talking about a project that you've done as an adult, something that you've tackled that you're proud of. Well, this woman had renovated a bathroom. So she was very proud of the fact that she designed it, she renovated it, she even did the plumbing. And I said, and the tile work? And she said, oh no, I hired that out. Oh, you hired that out? And she was, yeah. In our world as adults, we don't do everything. We have discriminated with what we love to do, what we're good at, and we hire out the rest, don't we? Or we get our spouse to do it, or we get somebody else to do it. We've started to discriminate. It's called in college your major, right? We get through the gen eds and all the things we have to do, and then it gets really good because we never have to take, in my case, a math course again. And I can take 6 English courses in a semester because that's what I love to do. Remember that? Remember how liberating that was when you were in college? And like, oh my gosh, that's like wonderful.
You know, well, what I think, to your point, is pretty funny is when I went to school, it was all about broadening yourself. Don't be limited, don't be focused. Colleges were all about you have to have like a major, a minor, a mini, you have to be, and now even in high school, everything has gone back to specialized.
You know, this is fascinating. Did you hear what he said about back in our generation, it was all about broadening. And our resumes for college had to have, I mean, we had to have a sport, we had to have some kind of leadership position, we had to, you know, be in all of these different activities, we had, you know, everything. This is going back probably more than 10 years. The Wall Street Journal did a really interesting article on the pointed student and how colleges are looking for essentially passion. They're looking for kids that have a real zest for something. Not just a smattering, superficial, I've done all these things, but a real passion for something. So the kid that is in the German club, so on they've got good grades, they've got good SATs, and their thing is German club. But they organized a sister school with a school in Berlin. They built the German club from nothing. They went into high school and they created this German club. Colleges look at that and say, that's really cool, you know? You really have a focus there. Struggling with my high school kids, and they have all of this array of AP courses that are available to them. And they're going to take every single AP that's valuable. I did a presentation several years ago for the New Jersey Association for Gifted, and I had a panel of students that were talking to high school kids. And they were all kids that I had taught that were now in med school or, you know, colleges. Had somebody from McGill, somebody from Northwestern, somebody from Princeton, somebody, I don't know, and Michigan, engineering, Fort Worth. And these kids had, like, how did they find the school they wanted and all of that. Then it was open up to questions. Well, the first question was, a kid said, do any of you have any regrets? Well, Parikh was sitting there, and he had been very quiet through the whole thing. And he popped his hand up and said, Dr. R, I'd like to answer that question. Parikh, be my guest. He said to his kids, I bitterly regret, and I'm quoting, I bitterly regret taking AP Euro. Parikh, why did you take AP Euro? He said, I thought it would look good on my college transcript. Did it? He said, I went to Michigan to be an engineer. They could have cared less if I had AP Euro. And I've shared that with parents, I've shared that with students. Let's be discriminating about how we invest our time and talents. I think it's important for kids to take challenging courses, but if you kids are so blessed to be in a school that has AP Physics and they have like an honors physics, and they're not going to go into sciences, could they invest their time in the honors physics and then take AP courses in the realm that, in liberal arts, if that's their thing? Or if they're not a liberal arts kid and they're really science and STEM oriented, why would you invest a lot of time and energy in the AP courses for like literature and history? Take one or two, but you don't have to take all of them. Just saying. But this goes back to the point that colleges are looking for those who have a passion for something and the resiliency and the perseverance and the persistence to stay with something. They want to know who kids are. They really want to know not this whole array, but what are you made colleges are looking for people who are going to be part of their community, not for the long term, for 4 years and then long term afterwards and be good alums, right? They want to know who the kids are. They're trying to put together a class of a group of people that are going to be good for the school and good for each other for over a long term. Kids approach it with, am I good enough for the school? Flip that question around. Is that school right for me? So for some of you, you're at that cusp where you're starting to think colleges, but that's what you're looking for. Does the school offer something that's good for me? I had a kid years ago, and she had 2 goals in life. She wanted to go to Princeton. She wanted to be a vet. And I said, Maya, do you realize that there's no pre-vet anywhere at Princeton? So, UPenn, good place to be, because you can do some of your preliminary vet work when you're an undergrad. If that doesn't matter to you, that's okay. Finish Princeton and then try to get into vet school someplace. You take your science courses. But being logical and realistic there. But that is a huge shift from the broad that we have to have broad perspective to being what they're calling the pointed student. If your kid has a passion for something and that's what they're doing, that's pretty cool. Other questions or concerns that you have? I'm watching time. You're in here until the kids break for lunch. Now I'm going to go out and start to see how far along they are with their interviews. When your students are headed over, and I'll come back and tell you, when they're headed over to the Myron Center, you will join them over there for lunch, okay? And then you'll come back here for the closing ceremony. So you have a nice, long, relaxing lunchtime with the kids, with the CMPS kids. Okay? Let me go out and see where we are with time.